It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders, and it comes your way next.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Leading them out, it's the rookie out of North Carolina, Sam Howell.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
To throw right away is Howell. And his first pass is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken right on the 30. Oh, look at the juke. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Prescott now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 48 yards. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Escaping the pressure right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll run with Jonathan Williams for the first time. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got down for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Now Prescott. Dancing to his left. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second down, Howell now. And he will go down. a Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Toss left to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down carry by Elliott. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Prescott on first down. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing.
Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
That's right. Nobody else is making you make the play. Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
First down, Howell to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Washington offense going back to work. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Howell throwing again after the pick 6. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Let's go now. Let's go. Y'all got time.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's Elliott, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Been there.
2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Final play of the half. Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for Washington, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, you don't become a 2-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Just a gain of a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Prescott now from the 50. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Prescott, another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 22, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Prescott to throw it. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 23. Howell throwing on first down here. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now here come the Cowboys. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Prescott now. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Marr on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at about the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
I know you hype. I know you hype.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys inside the 20. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short run there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Holding, offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Off the play fake, Prescott. toward the sideline. It's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. Maher able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And once more, Howell back to the air. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Gotta give him credit. No incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Prescott. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Dominate this.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Elliott. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The 2nd down play not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. He got halfway home there down to the 1, but a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
Exactly. Halfway home isn't all the way home, right? So they feel pretty good about keeping him out on that play.
For the winning team here, Charles, and that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.